Until January 2005, Matthew was a very healthy 10-year-old. One day after basketball practice, he had a seizure. Never before had he had a seizure. He was taken to a local hospital. They couldn't get the seizures to stop. The doctors warned that his condition was life-threatening. They put him in a medical coma to relax his tremors. After 2 weeks, they could not get the seizures to stop, so they airlifted him to the Mayo Clinic. His chances for survival were slim. They kept him in the ICU for months. Finally, the coma meds were lifted. He stopped seizing, but he had many complications and required surgery twice. He had not yet regained the ability to make sounds or move. In April of 2005, he was moved to a local rehab facility. It was months before he regained some of his upper body movements and didn't speak until October. After many months of progress, the seizures returned. Matthew suffers from traumatic brain injury and other complications from his first few months while he was in a coma. Matthew can walk a little with a walker, but thousands of hours of therapy have not done much to reverse the damage. Matthew went back to school in 2006. As a result of his troubles, learning that at one time came easy became difficult. He had problems with memory, so learning was hard. Matthew was a track and field athlete in high school. He won 3 state championships. He qualified for the 2012 Paralympic trials in Indianapolis for a spot at the London Games. He was the youngest thrower to qualify. He won 3 bronze medals: javelin, shot put, and discus. That fall, he was named a high school All-American by the U.S. Olympic team. When Matthew was in high school, he discovered shooting. He passed the hunter safety class when he was 15. He didn't have an opportunity to hunt until he was 17 through the Whitetail Challenge in Irvine. That's where Matthew came to love hunting and the outdoors. He started with a gun, next a crossbow, and finally the compound bow. He practices at least 3 times a week and loves every minute of it.
Hello. How are you? I'm Deb.
I'm Matthew.
Hi Matthew, nice to meet you.
You should go, we'll get you a deer kill. Well, you use whatever you feel comfortable with.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with a crossbow. My good friend Herb Wagner, he did his last hunt with a crossbow, and he was a staunch advocate against them, but he finally had to, if he hadn't went with a crossbow last year, he wouldn't have harvested a deer, and that was his final hunting trip. So, I mean, you know, he had a hard time with it, but he, like I say, he harvested his last deer on his last hunt with his family with a crossbow, and had he not used it, he wouldn't have been able to hunt last year. And he passed away there this spring, so go ahead and use whatever you got to feel comfortable with.
Okay.
Because it's legal in Iowa.
Yeah,
And,
he's got his permit.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
permanent.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not an issue here. I mean, the issue here is you having fun and harvesting an animal. You know,
Okay.
Only stipulation I put on it is I want you to harvest a deer. If you go and harvest a nice doe or any deer, you can harvest the biggest buck in Clark County that comes through there. I don't have a problem with it. But I just, you know, I don't want it to be a trophy hunt type situation.
No.
You know.
No, you're not. No.
I mean, if it's a trophy to you to shoot the deer, and like I
Yeah.
said, I don't care how big, if it was the monster or the midway, I would be so happy for you.
You understand that, Matthew? He doesn't want you to just sit here and be so selective. Nope, nope, nope,
Yeah.
nope. Okay, you know, you see a decent enough deer to harvest, not, you know, maybe a dog-sized deer.
You don't have to shoot
No,
nothing
you know.
like that. You know, a yearling, but
You get a shot at something, you know, a decent shot at something
Yeah.
decent, you take it.
but one reason it's so far down here for you, I wouldn't want you to be, you know, traversing back and forth and all the logistics to make
Yeah.
this happen. And when you do get, and unfortunately, I didn't realize. See, you could have been hunting yesterday with as a disabled hunter, and I didn't realize.
Well,
that.
that's okay. He actually there's a hunt he's been going on for up at Earlham. He's been going on for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And so, it's like, it's a little bit early right now and
Yeah.
stuff. And Matthew's pretty hardy. The disability, it's mobility.
Yeah.
But, it isn't like he's frail.
Yeah.
So,
I can tell you.
and a lot of guys are frail, so
Yeah.
they can't hunt once it starts getting cold and
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And us, as long as we can get him from point A to point B, he's,
Yeah.
cold doesn't bother him one bit,
Well, now you're in the regular type wheelchair, right?
He's also got a power wheelchair.
You got a
too.
power one?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
a power one too that
Yeah.
can go through a little bit more than a regular wheelchair. He's got multiple wheelchairs that we use, and so it kind of depends on the territory and how close. At times we get fairly close with the vehicle.
Yeah.
Drop them off, and
Yeah.
usually sit in a blind and or whatever, and.
Well,
Obviously, he's not climbing a tree.
yeah. Listen, you got 4-wheel drive, right?
Yes.
Okay. What we'll do is, you follow me up the hill,
Okay.
and we'll go up to the top. Just follow me
Okay.
down this path. Yeah.
And then he finally got to go on this disabled hunt over at Earlham, and that's what so they're set up for it.
Oh yeah.
And so because I'm a non-hunter, so it's like, oh yeah, this is how you can do this. That it's all that it wasn't impossible, to do it, and it just is a little trickier, and you got to think things out, and there's certain things you can and can't do.
Yeah.
There are a lot more restrictions, and so we we learn from it, and since then we've gone more and more, and just have taken more, I wouldn't say chances, but just okay, we can do this, we can do that, this will work, and I've gotten to the point where I have a hunting license just so I can sit with him.
Oh, that's a good deal, yeah.
So he always has somebody with him. He had a brain injury, so memory's bad, motor skills aren't the greatest. He can shoot.
Well, that's good.
The one thing it didn't hurt him, he's deadly with a gun. And he took the bow about a year and a half ago. He shot his gun a year ago in October. Never shot again until last year.
Wow.
He's been a bow since then. So that tells you that he really likes that bow. Told him to smile.
Yeah. Here you go. Oop.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
Come on now. You can shoot 15 yards, can't you?
Yeah, I can shoot 40.
Well, you don't need to shoot 40. I don't even shoot 40. You gotta remember, Matthew, archery is a close range that you do archery for. The closer you can get to the animal, the bigger the trophy. But yeah, we'll get you out here. Yeah, it's not how far you can shoot an arrow, it's how close you can get to the animal with a bow and arrow. Art Young was an Olympic rifle shooter, and he gave that up because he wanted to get from me to you. You know? So, we'll see how you set up in the blind, get you over here.
Yeah, because this is normally either this chair or he has a swivel, like hunting chair that we have had him in, and that works pretty good too, but I don't know with the bow how well that works because it kind of spins.
I just wanted to get him familiar with the setup that
So the best bet would be to take the power chair from all that trail down here instead of a vehicle.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That way we wouldn't have to drive up. Pull up there.
That
I'll tell you
you,
what we're going to do is turn you around, man.
getting in is one thing. Getting the truck back out's another thing.
Yeah. That wasn't lost upon me. Ready?
Here, I'll give you a hand.
Sometimes
I can put plywood on here too. You know, right in here as well. And I'll put a piece of plywood on the floor here. So, but I know that's going to be plenty big.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
a nice.
Here, let me put the door down. And then you.
There's enough room for you in there too.
That's a nice big blind there. I love that. That door's nice on there, like.
Yeah, yeah. I just gotta make sure his window, you
Yeah.
know, is adequate height. And we can take this. That shot's gonna be at that rear wheel. Now you'd have plenty of room that we could move you around in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I have him in that one chair, it swivels.
Yeah, because you might be off center. Let me see. Let me get in there with you.
You want me to be in the center?
Right out up by
You want me to be
the
in
road
the
area
center,
there,
so-
or?
I guess
Yeah,
just
where
follow
you would
this trail
feel.
right here and just follow this trail.
There's a food plot back there.
Now, you want me to move the back of the chair?
Yes.
I actually think I
That
had
would
a chair
be-
one time. I sat right on this corner one time.
I think I'm going to have to raise you up a little higher, right? I'll tell you what. I got my bow in my van,
Okay.
and or were you going to hunt with a crossbow or the bow?
My compound bow.
Okay, I'm going to run down and get my bow, and then you can sort of judge it up with what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It only takes me a second to run back down to the van. I'll be right back.
I don't know who's more excited, Matthew or
Yeah, that's why he always is.
Oh.
You know, when I got that Ranger that one time, if I could get my hands on one of them again, and because that worked out pretty good, didn't it?
Yeah, that worked out well. But
Yeah, let's open that up and put that cushion underneath. And then we'll put that cushion under you then.
Okay. Here's your bow back.
All right. Thank you. Lean forward and we'll see. There we go. Here, maybe put. Oh, that ain't gonna be a whole lot. I just got anything more. Hell, I had that one cushion. Now let's see what that does, and we'll pin this front down. Woo. Really nice day to be doing this because it's cool. Other than that, we've been out here last week when it was 90.
yeah.
Wasn't nowhere to be out
Yeah,
here.
you're not thinking too much of deer hunting when it's 90 degrees outside.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this morning was a perfect morning. And what we'll probably be doing also, naturally, it'll be an evening hunt. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because you're not going to be able to get. We'll be in front of them when they come out, and you couldn't hunt here in the morning.
Okay.
With all the logistics that are going on here. Anyhow, we'll get this. Like Della said, this might pull it. Pulling it down. Yeah, that's just pulling it out. Is that better for you, Matty?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got plenty of height there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
So if I could bring like 2 extra cushions
Yeah.
for him and get him up just so even, you know.
Yeah, and then I got a nice piece of carpet that'll fit that, and then we'll just alleviate the plywood altogether.
Okay.
You know, if you bring the cushions, and then we're just looking for elevation.
Yeah.
And I can see right now he's up.
He's up higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got multiple ones. I can get them up every
Yeah,
one of them
yeah.
2 inches. And they shouldn't slide around too bad on each other.
Also, what I will do is I'm going to put a ladder stand in that tree. So whichever one of you guys bring Matt down, I mean, you know, you can sit up in the tree, and if you want to, you can videotape the hunt.
Okay, well, I'll probably go ahead and drive down here with Matthew again and have you with me.
Yeah,
That'd probably be the best way. We'll just come together down here. I usually, you know, if you wanted, yeah, because I don't know nothing about the bow or anything. I mean, he'd be on his own if you wanted to sit in the tree and videotape. Is that what you want to do, Dallas?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Or did you want to be inside the blind? I
I
mean,
don't-
take your pick. Just let me know, and then I'll prepare to.
Yeah,
Sit.
well,
I
there's plenty
can
of room
sit
for-
with him, and I've got
Yeah.
my license, so
Yeah.
I'm legal.
Well, let's see. I'll tell you what.
There's lots of room in this one.
Let's just see what kind of room we got. So, you know, I got a bucket over here.
Oh, I've got. Yeah, we're.
I mean, there's definitely plenty of room for 2 people.
Oh yeah, yeah. This one's pretty roomy in there, isn't it, Matthew? Compared to other ones you've been in.
I mean, somebody could sit right here.
I love the idea of the 4 posts.
Yeah, I'm going to tie them off. I just put that up there yesterday because I had some free time, and I thought, well, I wanted to get it up there and then but I needed to get the hunter also, you know.
Well, that's great because these things, you know, they're vulnerable to the wind
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever, and that's a great idea with the 4 posts in there, especially if it's going to sit for a while.
Well, yeah, and you know, it'll be, you know, once it's going to be here until he comes back to hunt at it. And I'm going to have one right over here too. Now, this is for the north wind. The north wind would be coming here, and the deer would travel here. Or if we have to, we'll be on this side where this old blind is, and this will be for the south wind. You know, in October you get a lot of south wind, so basically it'll be sitting right in here. Okay. And I think you could. This is only like 15 yards right to here too, from that old blind. But that blind's been in there for years, so they're really acclimated to them. And I'll put that other blind in there because I want to have two winds.
Okay.
You know, because if we had a south wind, he'd be blowing right across the trail.
Okay.
But with the south wind and he's sitting here, he'll be shooting right here.
Okay.
You know, so that'd be the only change. But this blind will be identical to that one. And so.
Okay.
And they traverse. If you got a second, I can walk you down here. The deer will traverse out of here. And I thought about setting the blind up on here, but you know it's so wide. I wanted the funnel effect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because this goes all the way back in there, clear up in there.
And it drops off.
Yeah, and you know, say you've seen a deer out there 20 or 30 yards, that's not going to do him any good, and I don't want him have to be shooting that far. But the history of this farm is they'll hit that, traverse out, right out that field out there, because there's beans and everything out there and out in that field, so they just walk right down this trail.
Today's my 60th birthday.
Woo!
I'm an old man. I heard that yesterday. I was walking out of someplace and this kid goes, "Check out that old man with the bulldog out there."
So you think it's going to be a pretty good hunt, Matthew?
Yeah.
We're going to get the job done for you, and thanks to your Dallas Thurman and your father, and we're going to put you right back out in the woods.
Okay.
So we'll get October. It's only just around the corner, and we'll be back in this area, and we'll get you an animal on the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. This is set up for evening type hunting, you know, because of the food. And if you came in the morning, they're going to be in the food, and then they're going to boogie out, and
Okay.
then you know. So you don't have to hunt in the mornings when you're hunting a food plot, because the same deer that you're hunting are going to be there at evening, and they're going to be unmolested. And you can get in, and they sleep far enough away that this little bit of sleep, we're not very far into their domain, because that's way back in there that they'll come from. And
Well, besides that, they're used to us being here and
Yeah.
mowing and doing
Sure,
whatever.
sure.
Yeah.
This is nothing abnormal. For
yeah,
them.
it's not something that, and agriculture deer are like that. They're not like bush deer. We got plenty of time. You see the setup. I'm going to guarantee him a deer. I mean, as long as he,
Well, you're gonna guarantee him is a great experience.
yeah,
You know?
and a shot.
yeah. I hope.
you
Yeah,
know,
that'd be great. Fantastic.
So they're going to come
So he
down.
just leave you down here for the next few weeks, and you just
Yeah.
forage on your own when you can.
Yeah.
But you'd be happy with that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Just throw you a big old bottle of water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's one thing Matthew absolutely loves, the outdoors. Just,
Yeah.
you know, I asked Dallas, he calls him all the time, but can we go? You want to go? You know, it's not easy for Dallas, but, you know, Matthew just, you know, anytime anybody says you want to go out and hunt, shoot, whatever, it's like, yeah, let's go, you know.
Well, let's get him up. We got him here. Let's get him up to the cabin and let him sit there and reminisce a little bit there, and then we'll. Now we got a lot clearer plan of the attack. You know.
Yep, probably see the roof of the blind right there. You know what that is? That's a scrape. So that's pretty cool. And there's another one. I knew this would be a good morning for scrape building. The blinds right there. There's another one right there. And like I said, the blinds right over there.
Sheds and skulls and pelts and turkey feathers. Like boy's life out here.
Yeah. The 4th is on a Sunday, so that possibly the 10th and 11th. The 10th and 11th would be our first
Okay.
go around. Will be
Okay.
when we'll hunt.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what-
thank you.